fear of being in front of the world yesterday on camera kept me from being obedient. The Lord told me to plaster, get it out all over the internet yesterday. And I was so terrified of being in front of the world, so I did not. But since then, I have repented against that. And also, He's given me get it out full circle. And so here we are. And so what I'm going to do is plaster get it out full circle, which is how you're seeing this now. And I'm linking get it out to this video. And so you can have access to it. I'm also going to link my Facebook page to this video. And that's simply because I realized that He got me over the hump with just getting on the camera for the internet on December the 1st. And I got over that, the first day, after I got over it, I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. And I went on and kept giving the messages that He was giving to me, and I was comfortable. But then on the last day of the month, which was New Year's Eve, He had me to do Get It Out in front of the world. And that was just too much for me. It was like, it went from the people that I know to everybody, not knowing who's going to see it. That was just too much for me. It was overbearing. But it's just been a journey between then and now. And I realized, like, man, He pushed me out of my comfort zone on the first day of December and also on the last day of December. And so that actually just hit me moments before I pressed play. And so I'm going to make my page available to you now. I'm not afraid of being in front of the world anymore. I thank God that He has delivered me from that. Deliverance has been instantaneous as well too. I'm going to share that with you because things are not the way they used to be. Like, in order to get saved and delivered, there used to be so many different steps and processes people would go through back in the day. It is not like that. Go to God, okay? Get what God has for you, okay? When I was at Get It Out, I didn't know who it was for. And I thank God that at the least it was for me. Okay. I had given God so much resistance. And also, so let's go ahead and straight get into it really quick. Hold on. God, I thank you for all that you're doing in this process. I pray that you give me every word to say. I'm so overjoyed right now. You know that's unusual because before I was just so miserable about the things you had for me to do. But God, I thank you. I thank you for the peace that surpasses all understanding that you have given me. And God, I pray right now that you bless the ears that are going to hear this, the eyes that are going to see this. I pray that you allow them to receive it in the way that you have them to. I cast down any demonic spirits that try to get in the way of them receiving the fullness of what you have for them to receive from this, God. I cast down any demonic spirit that tries to get in the way of me delivering this in the way that you have for me too, God. I pray that you would do this in all ways. Ooh, in the most powerful way. Each and every step of the way, God. Move, God. I need you to move. I need you to speak through me. If I'm about to speak something that is not of you, that you do not want me to release, convict me in that moment, God. Derail me, God. If I give information out of order, God, stop me, block me, God. Be in the midst each and every step of the way. God, I thank you. I thank you for what you're doing. I sure enough do. All right. So I'm going to jump right in. First things first. And so also I want to share something with you. God revealed to me that it is important that I explain how He reveals stuff to me. And so can't really process why He wants me to share that. But what I am, when I overanalyze it, I think that He's trying to get through to somebody. Okay. And God can speak to you in so many different ways. God God has so many different ways of communicating with people, okay? And so I'm thinking that maybe the reason why He wants me to share this with you is because He wants you to be open-minded, because He's trying to get through to you. Don't be closed-minded about how He's speaking to you. Sometimes people will wonder, is that God? Is that really God? And He really may be tugging on you. God is pulling on people to build His kingdom up, okay? It's not like it was. It's not like it was, okay? God is using just about any and everybody to sow into His kingdom and sowing beyond finances, okay? God is looking for people to sow in prayer, sow in so many ways. I'm not even going to go into that. That's a whole nother story. But I'm hoping that, these testimonies that I share with you, please don't receive them as, oh, she's just telling us how things went for her. That's not what this is. I'm definitely not a go on the internet and tell all type of person. I know that what he has for me to deliver is something that is going to propel someone in the direction that he has for them to go. And so, God, I thank you in advance. God, I thank you. I thank you for using me. I thank you for turning me into the willing vessel that I didn't even know I had the ability to be until you pushed me. And God, I thank you. I thank you for continuing to push me. Even after I gave you resistance, God, and I didn't think I was the one, God. I didn't even think I was the one. But anyway, let me get my mind right. Let me stay focused on y'all, God. Let me stay focused on y'all. Okay, so first things first. The other night, Get It Out. Once I left from there, once I left Get It Out, oh no, let's back it up just one moment. As soon as Get It Out was over, someone let me know. She said, the Lord dropped this flashback down in my spirit. The flashback was from over 20 some years ago. And she said, I'm going to break down the flashback first, and I'm going to tell you why she felt like the Lord gave it to her. And so when she was pregnant with her first child, she was so nervous, and she was just like, I wonder what the baby's going to look like. I wonder what things are going to be like. I actually got all these questions, and God flashed a vision before her eyes of a beautiful baby girl. Well, it turns out she had a boy, but lo and behold, that beautiful baby girl turned out to be her last child. And she shared with me the reason why she thinks that God had her give me that story is because I went through the same thing. I was extremely concerned and just so nervous about Get It Out and what's this about and all that. I had all these questions. I was so concerned. I was so confused. I just knew I had to be obedient and just do this for the will of God. But I was just so nervous about it. And God had given me so many visions, and it did not play out like the vision that I saw. But I kept pressing on, even though things weren't going the way that I saw them to go. And so from there, she said she was compelled to let me know right then and there, keep pressing on, because the vision that he gave you may be leading you to, this may be leading you to fulfill that vision later on down the line. Okay. It may not be for just right now. And so do not stop pressing on in that direction. Right. And so immediately I received it like this. Let me first fill you in on a gap. I have Get It Out Ministries is something completely separate. It's something that that's a baby that I'm birthing for real in real life, not this program that God had me put together temporarily just for New Year's Eve. Get It Out is going to have books, births. It's going to have a conference in 2022. So many big things that I have planned. And so I translated that into, okay, this right here was the one, the vision, that the big vision that God showed me is for my big conference, for my plan for myself. And thank you for, sharing that with me. I'm thinking that it's this Get It Out stuff that God had for me to do is over with and done. And so lo and behold, I was on my way home, and just before I got home, I got on YouTube, and waiting for me at the top was a prophetic word. And it said, murmuring and complaining murmuring and complaining about doing the will of God will cause a delay. I knew right then. As I listened to the video, I was like, oh. I knew he was talking about me. I knew. I mean, that was the first video that I saw too after it was over with. And so why is that an issue? The entire time we Get It Out, I murmured and complained all the way from the time I said yes the first time to God back in November, backpedaled on that. I gave God so much resistance. I murmured and complained. Let me tell you something. My shoulder and my back was killing me. I was murmuring and complaining while I was in there about the fact that I didn't want to be there. But not only that, I was murmuring and complaining silently in my prayers about the pain that I was in my body, and why you got me praise dancing and all this and that. When I tell you, right then and there, I knew that he was bringing everything full circle from the testimony that she shared with me. And so what he was saying is that it will cause a delay, like as if maybe you didn't hear me earlier when she said, continue to press on in the direction that, that God had for me. It's along the same path, not jumping off, derailing onto Get It Out conference, my own thing. No, this is about, I'm going to live in this loop until I get it right. And so, I repented so fast, y'all. I had to drop into repentance real quick, like, God, please, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to do rerun episodes of Get It Out. It's not that I don't want to do the will of God. It's just a matter of, I wish I would have passed that test. I didn't look at it like that. But if you need me to do it again, I got you. So that's kind of where my head was at with that. But I thank God that instead of just allowing me to fail and move on, He convicted me, He chastised me, He corrected me, gave me an opportunity to repent, delivered me from that. And so then after that, when He gave me this, get it out, what is this? Get it out full circle. He could drop that down on me full circle because He made everything come around full circle for me. And so once He gave me get it out full circle, I'm just like, okay, what do you need? I'm not complaining about anything. And also, just like I had a peace when I had to get over the hump the first time on December 1st, it was just like, oh, okay, this is nothing to me when I did the first live. And so then I got on and it was nothing. It wasn't a problem anymore. So then now with this, yesterday, when I tell you, I cried myself into a headache for like the first hour I was supposed to be online. I did not get on. I was crying like a little voice, okay? And so now here I am after the fact, and it's nothing. Like God said, plaster, I don't care where it lands, fall across the whole world. Hello, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Okay. It's just like God got me over the hump. He got me over the hump then. And He is calling me and got me over the hump now. And so I have peace. Okay. And so that's one thing. And I don't know who's supposed to receive that, but I'm going to tell you this, receive the fullness of it because I hope you don't have to live in a loop, okay? Take that testimony, baby, and let it seep down in your soul, okay? And so another thing that He wanted me to share, I'm about to get out of order because He is not giving me that right now to the fullest. Hold on now. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay. And so another thing that He is wanting me to share with y'all is my shoulder, okay? And so I woke up this morning and yesterday, let me tell you first of all, my shoulder, a lot of problems with my shoulder for a long period of time. And so I got a partial healing. The elders of the church, they prayed over my body and I had a lump in my shoulder, real big lump. And one of the things that I was convicted of was unforgiveness at that time. And God, when I say it's like He pulled that unforgiveness out of me in that moment, in that prayer. It was like an out-of-body experience, and He had to have told that prophet that because when she called for unforgiveness out, that's exactly what was going through my heart at the time, okay? And when I tell you I gave it to God right then and there, and they prayed over my body, the lump literally just... Everybody looked at my shoulder like in shock, okay? When I had a partial healing because a portion of my shoulder also had some other things going on. And so I didn't have all the pain associated with the lump that came from the initial problem, but the initial problem was still there. And so I've had pain, but not like the pain that I had for like over a year. And so